So here we are, and Artyom will present to you the first game, which has a apparent.
Yes, I've just started to set this up.
Yeah, upside down.
Upside down box. This is a meme. So this one is called Hedgehog Roll and Friends, or Speedy Roll and Friends, if you prefer it that way. So as Alexander mentioned, last year was pretty big for us, and one of the main things was that Hedgehog Roll was nominated for Kinderspiel. Now this is obviously the second part of this game. Same main character, lots of different stuff though, and I'll tell you about it in a second. Slightly different format of the box, and I would say way more things inside. So the main character is the same. Here's our hedgehog. In the first game, the hedgehogs were racing each other towards their home, and sometimes if you played cooperatively, the fox chased the hedgehog and tried to eat him. So in this part...
Cruel.
Yes, that was really cruel. In this part, the story goes that Hedgehog actually decided to throw a party at his house for his friends. And there are several friends, which I will tell you about, and he invited them all except for the fox, because she tried to eat him, and that's not
a good friend.
So let's try to assemble the board here for the demonstration. So when you try to eat someone, you don't get invited to parties after that. I think
I have
we can
found
all
that to
agree
be
on
true.
that. Yeah. Have you actually eaten someone? That's disturbing. Oh, okay. Yeah. I said trying. You're correct.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. Okay, so I don't have to close the box because this part will be used during the game, so I'll just put that aside. So the hedgehog will be traveling from this spot, trying to go all this way to the house and start a party. And along the way, he will be assisted by his beautiful friends. And there are five different friends, and I'll introduce them one by one. So first one is the owl. It flies really high, and so you can actually see pretty far from when you're flying high. We have the goodies here. Same basic mechanic as in the first game. To go across the board, you need to collect certain goodies. In this game, they're a little bit different. Strawberries, nuts, and wheat.
To make a pie.
And yes, while you're playing, in the first game, you were just rolling the ball. But here, all different friends have their different ways of rolling the hedgehog and helping him, basically. So the owl flies really high. So you put your elbows on the table, you lift it up like that above the tokens, and boom, you drop it. I just got one, which is a great result for me. Yeah, we can go there. The second friend that we have here is a moose. Now, it's just a really big animal, you can imagine. And here we have this moose, and his back is really wide and high, so the hedgehog loves to just roll off him like that. And actually, this time I got two, which is even better.
Wow, it's perfect. One you cannot use, but...
Yeah, they're not the right ones, but...
one is okay.
Yes. Okay, so who do we have next? Next we have one of my favorites, my personal favorites, the bear. The bear is really strong and big, and he has a catapult, so he can actually... Well, you can imagine that the bear himself throws the hedgehog, or you can just say, well, the bear has the catapult, which is even more fun in my opinion. And so you just put the hedgehog onto the catapult like that, and then you, boom, launch him.
Yeah, okay.
And
yes, another one.
I still got one, but that's the wrong one.
Yeah, that's the wrong one, but there are some results, okay.
Okay. Next we have the squirrel, which travels, in the high branches of the trees, and she can actually collect basically whatever she likes, even the items that you would not normally be able to collect. So when you play, when you get the squirrel, you take four goodies, and you actually pick them. So for example, here I can see that I need a strawberry, let's say a nut, a strawberry, and another wheat to go forward. So I would collect, did I say nut? Yes, I did say nut. So where's the nut? Here it is. I would actually collect the things that I need, not just random things. Then I would lift him up above the hedgehog itself, which is rested on the table, and I will try to
Make them stick.
I'm really bad at this. Oh yeah, I got one. Oh no, I didn't get this one. And didn't
Okay,
get this
not
one.
so bad.
Oh, I got one, which is
the wrong
not
one.
the one that I need. Jesus Christ.
Actually, this is the most strategical one. So it was very bold to pick up the 4 you want to be, because you need to get them all. I would suggest to pick like three strawberries and 2 nuts, for example. Then you really have much
Exactly.
more chances
There's
to move.
also an element of push your luck
Up to
here,
almost
and
too
I'm,
greedy, yes.
I'm always pushing my luck to the limit because that's how I am. I don't.
That's how you hedgehog roll.
That's how I live.
Yes, that's how I roll.
It's all the last one.
We have one last friend, but this is probably the favorite of mine. This is the boar, and you know how they always say that if the boar runs towards you, it always runs in a straight line, and you better just get to the side, and you just run into the tree or something. At least in the in the movies, it's depicted like that. So the boar is placed here, and you will have to assist me here. So
basically, it's the only way that helps you not to collect the new stuff and move forward,
Yes.
but help you to protect yourself from the fox, because fox will be moving towards the house during every turn. It will advance, and if it arrives earlier than you, then you lost. So this way you can get it back. So imagine it's already at 8, and if we have a boar, we will explain how to choose the friends later on. And you fed it with nuts, because
yes, I actually need to collect at least 1 nut.
Yeah.
Which,
So
here it is.
okay, and then you have a chance to use it to protect yourself from the fox. So the goal is to flicker the boar and to hit the fox. So I will try to do it. Sorry. Yeah. So basically, in this case, it moves back. The fox goes back, and the boar is a kind of sliding piece. So it's sliding very nicely.
It's really cool.
Anti-gravity, but basically just a metal ball. That's again the core of the game. This collecting mechanism, this Velcro stuff, and all these things is just allow you to kind of work with these elements in a different way. So the kids really love this part, so we improved it. And the way you choose the friends is also Velcro based.
So yeah, every friend, as I was showing these round tokens for every friend, and they're also Velcro. So you put them in the lid of the box, and on your turn, and we just play, one by one. It's a fully cooperative game. We all play as just one hedgehog and his team, his A team. And okay, let's do this.
Let's try not to fly it over the.
Yeah. So what I have to do is I have to bounce it off the table and hit one of the at least one of the members of the A team. Yes. So.
Yay! That was good.
First attempt.
Yeah.
I got bored, actually. My favorite. Yes,
Okay.
I'm lucky today. That's a good day for me.
So that should happen actually at the beginning of your turn. So you first choose a
Yes,
friend.
that's
and
how
then
your
do
turn
stuff.
starts. That's how your turn starts, and then you see which friend you got, and you perform the actions that I've just described. So it's a really cool game with lots of new stuff. Although based on the same basic mechanic as the first game, all these different friends, all the variety. Kids really love that. So you're doing different things constantly, and of course, everybody has their favorites, which is totally cool and normal. Someone likes the boar best, someone likes the catapult, the bear.
I think we can sell only the boar separately and already I get enough money. That's what. But basically, yeah, it's the successor of the game. It's a standalone game, so it's not an extension.
Yes.
And the idea is to keep all the stuff which really make it the best for kids, and then improve it and add some new variety, which is, I think we succeeded.
Yes, and now the good thing is the retail price for this one is not that much higher compared to the original. Although there are additional things in the game, and lots of them, we were able to, well, at least for now, the MSRP is 27 euros. Basically everything I'll be saying, it's by default it will be in euros. 27 euros for this one compared to 25 of the original game, which is not that big of an increase. And it's actually, since it's a standalone game, it's a perfect opportunity to get this one. Even if you don't have the first one, that would be a great time to jump in and perhaps even start with this one.
well, we do have it in most markets, but still, it's again.
We do, yes.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to ever build up upon the success of the first game. So again, apparently we have great sales of the Hedgehog roll, speedy roll, and we won't build up upon it. And this is like a standalone product, so you can ever start with it if you haven't started yet. But overall, we expect it to be well received. It's already produced, so this is a production copy from German print run. So the game is completely ready. You can order it. We have molds, everything done, so it's tested and everything. It's perfectly fine, and it's already on the board. The first print is on the board for Germany, and actually they ordered the second print before the first one arrived. So we keep running the production. You are welcome to join it anytime you want.
I have a question.
Yes, that'll be.
Yep,
sure.
Are the boards double-sided like the first Hedgehog
Yeah, of course.
roll?
They are.
So you've got more
they're double-sided.
opportunities.
Yay.
Okay.
There are more of them actually. So
In the rules, there are some suggestions on how to build the board for an easier game and for a more complicated game.
you have a small star here, so like these boards, some boards are a bit more complicated because they have less connections, and others like more simple because they're easier to pass. So you can manage a little bit the complexity of the board, I mean the playing board in total, by assembling the easier or more complicated pieces. And actually all of them are double-sided, so we have a lot of stuff. They're actually on the complicated boards. We have a special game. We didn't mention it, but since you asked, we have special small forest animals, which can be an extra help for the Hedgehog roll, but since they're probably not so close friends, they charge him for the help. So in this case,
For
you
a
can.
small fee.
Maybe for a small fee, we are their best friends. So.
By the way, they were not invited to the party.
Yeah, apparently they were not
Okay.
invited. That's why I say, okay, it doesn't matter. At least we earn something.
Yeah.
So
Have a little attitude.
if you want to go the short way from here to here, you can pay frog twice to 2 strawberries, and it can bring you here directly instead of making 4 steps. Well, 3 steps.
Yeah.
Well, it's a kind of another.
It's a shortcut.
Yeah, it's a shortcut. It's another level of push your luck. It's again a very small bit. It's not like a big mechanics, and you can completely skip it by not using this side of the board. But here theoretically, the kid can make a new decision. Okay, I risk to get 2 strawberries because I only need 2 together, and then I will get that far. Or I can play the normal way, and then okay, maybe I will not get everything, but at least I advance a little bit. So it's like you need a double to move forward. And we have some other animals, I don't know, somewhere. Here we have a mole who can dig you, also pass you through the tunnel to this. So now a kind of shortcut. This again, it's just a small thing, but it makes it a little bit different from the base game, even more different, and it allows you some small decisions on top of the decision you normally make.